I totally wanted to go live, but I don't know. Hi, everyone. This is Tara. I just wanted to shoot a video. I know not a lot of people understand what happened and what's happening, but I wanted to kind of do like a service, like a public service announcement kind of thing, because I know that my mother is not the only one, and I know that other families are going through the same thing. I was thinking I probably should talk to a lawyer before I do this, but I'm just going to give you facts, and I don't need to sue anyone. I just want to change some stuff. So I want to give you a quick rundown. My mother passed away on the 1st in the morning after a long stint of just, I guess you could call it torture. Like, it's just crazy what happened to her. So I want to let you know, and hopefully if you have the ability to prevent this kind of thing from happening to your life or to your family, I really want you to do it. And it's also a call to all healthcare workers to stop just going with the system, you know? So, back in March, all right, my mom had a wound that she had been dealing with for years. And when I came back to town, we started doing some like alternative therapies, like electronic foot mats and stuff that like kind of shocked your feet and got your blood going. Like electrical pulses, you've probably seen them. Kind of like a TENS machine for the feet to help her circulation go because it was on her leg. And we added some supplements, and the wound that she had been dealing with for years got down to barely anything, from really bad to barely anything. And but in the process of her going through that, before I came back to town, she had got on a list to do a respite visit in a facility to do wound care. So fast forward to March. She's doing all right. You know, there's definitely things going on with her that went undiagnosed and whatnot. But she came up on a list, because she was on a list. It came up that there was a space for her to go for a 2-week respite for wound care. My mom was really nervous, but she decided to do it. The only thing that's really horrifying about it is that the social worker knew this facility was bad news and couldn't say it because of politics or whatever. Like, nah, this is not the place you want her to go, kind of thing. Like, she could not say that for her job. And God love her if she sees this. Anyway, so my mom had 24 hours to make the decision. And she made the decision to go ahead and do it. She's like, well, it's almost done anyway. So now it's going to really be done and everything's going to be great. And then we can look at other things that are going on. Like, it was definitely things going on that were not easy for us to pinpoint and figure out. But she, at that point in March, lived on her own. My daughter and I came in to the house to take care of things, like making sure she had her meals ready and whatever, that she could just toss them in the microwave when she was ready to eat. Make sure it was clean. Make sure the kitty litter was clean. But she was able to get up and go around and do her thing and tag all of you all in her beautiful Facebook posts and get to the bathroom and all that. Definitely, it was getting closer to her time for her to be in a more controlled environment. But who knew, right? She had a nurse coming in 3 days a week for years to take care of the wound. None of it worked. So, I'm not a fan. Okay? So, in the pressure of that 24-hour thing, my mom decided, let's do it. It's almost done. You've almost got it all the way healed. And I never dressed the wound. I just took care of issues like circulation issues and making sure she had good nutrition and fresh food, not stuff from, Swans, or like trying to make sure she was eating decent food. None of it's perfect, certainly not, but it's so much better to eat homemade food for the mind, body, and soul. So she decided to do it. And at that point, quite honestly, it was kind of relieving because she was becoming extremely needy and very hard. And what we didn't know. Apparently, the case was she was actually sundowning. And if I had realized that, I would have done a lot more dietarily different. But I didn't know until it was too late. So, we're like, 2 weeks. Okay. And her wound will be done and we'll be able to get at whatever else is happening here. And 2 weeks at a facility. And I really want to say the name of the facility. If you live in Vermont, in the Northwest Kingdom, please get in touch with me. I'll make sure you know. Because no one should go there. Ever. So during the 10 days that she spent there, she was supposed to be there for 2 weeks. She had a hospital visit. She was completely overloaded with Ativan because she was sundowning and was a problem patient at night. So they decided to just drug her. The place was filthy. She was terrified of the night staff. And I don't know what that was because I didn't have a hidden camera there or anything like that. They would not allow her to get up to go to the bathroom on her own. So now she's hooked on benzos. She's not allowed to get up to go to the bathroom, of course. Well, with all those benzos, she probably couldn't have made it anyway. And she really wanted to get out of there. And so, talking to her social worker at the time, she was like, get her out of there. This is crazy. Like, what's going on? So she went from living on her own to needing assistance to not being able to stand at all. They let her just, do her business on herself when they were too busy to get her to the toilet. They'd leave her for hours in rooms and forget she was there. And then when she started her sundowning, they would just pump her full of as many Ativans as they could get away with. And so I decided I was going to rescue her. She really wanted out of there. She's like, I really got to get out of here. This is something's wrong here. And obviously something was wrong. So because she was on respite, it was supposed to be something that we could do with, be able to go get her and bring her home because it was a voluntary situation and not have a AMA attached to it. But there was. And I talked to the social worker. She's like, just sign it and get her out of there. You got to save her. Like, this is not right. Like, so in my, I'm going to say experienced opinion, they took advantage and they figured they would make her so she had to be in a home because they're also a nursing facility and thought they were going to make a bunch of money on her. But I went and got her and I brought her home. She, it wasn't more than 24 hours later. First night I had to call Lift Assist from the local EMS because she had to go to the bathroom and we almost got her all the way there and she couldn't get up and I couldn't lift her. I was afraid of like breaking her. And so they did that. And then the next day I had my friend Star come to help me teach me how to do a pivot because I figured all I needed to do is know how to do a pivot. So I could get her from one place to another and then get her into the bathroom and pivot again and then do that until she got her muscles back because in 10 days she atrophied. Literally. Both of us could not pivot her together. And Star's face was like, In 10 days, she's a full Hoyer. This is crazy. We have to call the ambulance again. I'm like, we can't call the ambulance every time she has to go to the bathroom. She's like, you need to call him again and let him try and do a lift assist. So 2 grown men came in. Now, the night before, it was 2 really young EMTs were able to do it. This is less than 24 hours later. 2 full grown men in their 30s, in the prime of their life, could not lift her. And they looked at me, and something was really off with her. Can't nail down very many things specifically on that. However, they were like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, well, we need to go to the hospital. So we did. And it's been a journey since then. And I don't want to get any further. Like, there's a lot of details. And I've been living this. And, I've had friends not even want to talk to me because I don't want to talk about it. Because I'm tired, So I figured I would just put this out there. And because I really want everyone to be aware of it. I just can't repeat it nonstop. I can't. Not right now. So that facility, that facility made sure she would not be allowed in any facility anywhere near where her family is. Okay? Here's the evil coming. They had her 3.5 hours away, one way from here. She definitely didn't deserve that. So, no facility close by would take her. Nope. They weren't having it. Nope. So, instead of her being 20 minutes away or at home and then working on getting her into a place that she needed to be, they shipped her off to New York, 3.5 hours away. So to go see her was anywhere from 6 to 7 hours of traveling time only, let alone the time you'd be with her. It's pure evil. And so, when something's going on with one of your loved ones, and there's that hope of like a 2-week stay somewhere, no, don't take it. Keep doing everything you can, and if you have to find the facility for them because it's too much for you or what you guys can afford, like if I could afford 24-hour nurses, I would have done it. If my mom had it set up that way, it would have been done. We would have got her a Hoyer lift. It would have been done. But it's just not the situation. And I really encourage you, make sure it's not the situation, if you can. Just don't trust them. I don't trust them. So in that time since then, she was diagnosed with dementia that she had never been previously diagnosed for. Her wound got incredibly worse. She had multiple UTIs. Her blood pressure was averaging barely anything, nothing. They didn't use a Hoyer at her facility, so when it was time for her to go to the bathroom, they just let her go to the bathroom. You can't trust them all. and I wouldn't. So my biggest thing is I want to, I don't know, find an advocacy group or get a lawyer and create one. And at least in this area, I don't know about everywhere else. I don't know how it works everywhere else. They need a local hospice, at least one. This is not how you treat people. They tried to take her Medicare away while she was in the facility. What? They changed her insurance without consulting anyone. They were never able to connect who her power of attorney was or anything. They had absolutely no clue. No clue at all. The day that she passed, the lady, like every single person I've talked to since this whole thing began, has heard this entire story in even more detail. And the woman's like, "So, do you plan on coming today?" I was like, "I was just there 2 days ago. What is it you want me to do?" Like, I'm like, "I'm in Enosburg Falls." I don't understand. Anyway, I want you to be really, really vigilant for your family. The most important thing that you can do is do your very best to honor your parents, please. In as much control as you have, as much as you can do. And don't trust them. I mean, I had the social worker sign a paper saying that she was not going to be taken away and forever in a nursing home. That poor woman must feel so horrified because her job wouldn't let her say, "This probably wouldn't be a place I'd send my own mother." And she couldn't tell me that till after. She had a stroke in this time and re-broke her hip in this time. The last time I saw her that she was aware that I was there, which was the only time she wasn't aware I was there, was a few days ago, a couple of days before she passed. Knots in her hair, boob hanging out, place is filthy. It's insane. So, I didn't make this video to make you feel sorry for me, because don't feel sorry for me, please. Pray for my daughter and my granddaughter, please. I mean, at least my mom is in better hands right now, but that she didn't deserve it. She absolutely did not. Absolutely did not. Of all, she busted her ass. She worked 2 full-time jobs to take care of my pain in the ass. She helped me when I was an asshole when I had a baby. She didn't deserve this shit. And I wish that I could have made it different. So if I couldn't have made it different for her, I'm going to make it different for someone else for her. Because it ain't right. And that's that. Thank you.